Hi, it's Kello here. I have a little Honda monkey bike which I have taken to some winter rides, and now I would like to share this experience with you. So I have a little yellow 2019 little monkey bike, 6.9 kilowatts and 125 cc little happy bike. I haven't taken it to the city because of the ever-changing winter conditions, and it's a bit dangerous. And also because here in Estonia, where I live, we put salts on the roads, and also chloride, which is known to eat through the metal and through the aluminum, and I think it's not good for my little bike. But what I have done is I have taken my little monkey bike to small country road. I haven't taken it to the forest or to the fields where I cannot see the what's underneath it. For example, like some stones or a fallen tree or a ditch or anything like that. Because when it happens that I need to push my bike out back to the road, I might not be able to do it. Though the bike is small, but I'm also small. I'm with my winter gear, I'm something over 60 kilos and 165 centimeters, so it's good for me when I don't go into deep snow. But the monkey is doing fine on some small country roads. The reason why I like it and the reason why I like to ride it in the winter time is that it's lightweight. It's somewhat 107 kilos, and it's also short. So when I lose control over the bike, it's very easy for me to get it back. And also, it's not that powerful. And when I accidentally or suddenly twitch the throttle and the bike starts moving very suddenly, then it's not that hard to get the control again back over this bike. If the bike would be more powerful, maybe it's more harder with this kind of a bike in the snow for me. But and I also like that the bike has the stock tires that the bike has are a little wider, though they're a bit small maybe for off-road riding. But if you do it on an easy road, that's nothing. And I don't get to ride my bike too often in the winter time, so I haven't changed the tires into winter tires. So right now I'm using the stock tires, which are summer tires, so I have to be extra careful. The tires do have one problem. The pattern actually does have a problem, that whenever I ride in the mud or in the snow, the pattern gets filled up with snow and the mud, and then the tires get very, very slippery. But that's fine. I just have to consider that when I'm riding. When I'm riding, I usually try to go slower, so that whatever happens, I have time to react. And I try to stay upright, not to lean too much, because when I'm leaning, then the tires lose a little bit of that contact they have with the ground, and the bike is more prone to fall more easily. And I also don't use the front brake too much. I usually use the back brake, because when I'm using the front brake, then the back part of the bike starts wiggling, and then I lose control over the bike. Well, it's the same with muddy roads, it's the same with wet roads, for example, or even with a good tarmac road with some gravel on it, or oil, for example. So it's then also better to use the back brake. And yeah, then I go slower because when using the back brake, you just need to allow some time for the bike to stop, and you have to consider that when you're going anywhere. And if you're asking, how can I go riding a bike in the winter time? Then do I get cold? Of course I do get cold, but the trick there is that you should use layers of clothing, and also this kind of gear that or clothing that where you can have some air between the body and the layers, because your body is heating up the air in your between the layers, and then this way you can stay warm. And but when you like to be more like a ladylike, or be more handsome, for example, and want to put some tight fitted clothes, then you will get cold much sooner, and that's not good for you. Also, what helps if you have some warm tea with you, some warm food, or the ability to heat it up wherever you are. That helps you a lot. And of course, always wear the proper gear, wear the helmet. When I'm messing around and I don't go too far, then sometimes I haven't used it. But then I don't speed or do anything like dangerous with the bike. But when I go further, then I'm putting my helmet and proper gear on. So you should always do that as well. Um, I, since I do not ride this my little monkey bike too often, I haven't changed even the tires into winter tires, then I can't tell you much about what the cold weather does to the monkey bike, because it's stored away in a dry and warm place. And it's good for the monkey bike. But what I've experienced is that if I leave the bike outside for hours, sometimes overnight, then yeah, the liquids, they kind of are more, they feel like more hard, and than usually, then you have to have some time to warm up the bike. But it's the same with any other bike or a car, I think, that you can't just go riding straight away. You have to allow some time for the bike to warm up again. So that's my experience. Of course, you have to uh, consider that when riding on in a colder day, or riding in a colder season, I should say, then uh, the moisture can get into the engine oil, and then the engine oil becomes like latte like. So it's not that dark anymore, and um, the you can notice the changes, but in that case you need to change the oil, because it's not good for your bike anymore. But anyway, this is my experience. um, I would um, I would like to ask if there's anyone of you who is watching this video, if you've also had winter riding experience. It doesn't have to be a monkey, it could be some other motorbike. I would just like to hear what your thoughts about um, what are your thoughts about riding a motorbike in the winter. Do you have any tips to share? Do you like it at all? Or you prefer more warmer days? Because I'd love to ride a bike in the winter. Of course, those country roads that I mentioned about, but I think it's just beautiful and it's wonderful when snow is falling, and everything is so peaceful, and you're all alone enjoying your time. It's something much more different than it would be in the summer, with all the bugs and with all the heat, and it's wonderful. Anyway, I wish you a nice Christmas time, and enjoy your weather, enjoy your bike riding. If you're not a bike rider, I would love to suggest you should do your license or get a bike. Have a nice time, and see you.